Hello. Well, this is exciting. It's my first time using my wireless microphone that one of you lovely people sent to me. Thank you very much. Um, it took me a wee while to get the hang of it because I lost the instructions. But I had a look on YouTube and there was a video of how to get it working. So anyway, I'm hoping that it'll work now. And thanks ever so much. I did already say thanks in another video, but funnily enough, it was before I used this one, and I was using the wireless. No, I was using the wired microphone, and the whole video. In fact, all the videos painting this, and there was about four or five of them were all without sound. The wireless um, microphone had completely given up the ghost, so this is perfect timing. So thanks very much. It was a really lovely surprise to get it. Yeah, I feel like I've said thanks already, you see, because in those videos I was saying how great it was that I'd have my wireless microphone. Anyway, so here we are. It's been a while since I've done anything on this painting. And today is an exceptionally sunny day. It hasn't been like that over the last while. And that's when I started this, was when it was quite dull. And I started it actually with a bit of a tilt, and the tilt was annoying me, so I've just cut the paper down to, I wanted my head to be upright. I don't know why I started with the tilt, but I felt it was quite clear that I wanted to start with it. But then shortly after, I ended up getting really annoyed. I wanted my head to be straight up. So here we are. So yeah, it's been a wee while now. I'm going back. I had decided I was going to do something on it today. Last night I just cut the paper, so at least I did something on it yesterday. I think it's kind of good to tip away at things every day best I can. You know, to do a little bit every day seems to be a good idea for things. Rather than to feel like I have to do tons in one go. But sometimes that happens naturally, where I get so involved with it, I actually do want to do a lot at one time. But rarely would that be on a day like today when it's nice and sunny. I feel like it, so I've just said to myself, I'll do 20 minutes. So I might kind of sort it, or do a little bit to this eye, I think, in that 20 minutes. And we'll see what else rises up. So it is an absolutely glorious day here now. The sun is shining bright. I had a walk with Maisie earlier into the woods, and it was actually, it was just lovely. First time lying down on the ground, you know. And there's this kind of mossy mound that I used to lie on last year, the year before too, under a little tree out there, and it's I'm trying to get myself organised here so I feel comfortable. I'm kind of leaning over, but I think I have to really reach this at arm's length. So anyway, I had a lie down under that tree. I was reminded because I tell you what I did yesterday. I dropped Lily to her friend's house. I'm actually going to pick her up in 20 minutes, so that's why I've got my 20 minutes now. I dropped Lily to her friend's house in Gorebridge, and I ended up taking a detour on the way home. Well, actually, I kind of went cross country, got a bit lost. Ended up doing a couple of things. I went to this exhibition that I found en route in an old church. It's actually lived in, the church is occupied by the artist. She's called Alison Kinnaird, a glass artist, and she ended up, you know, she lived in this church all her life, and she showed me around. It's an incredible home and studio and gallery. So if you're in the area, it's 20 minutes or so from Edinburgh, not very far, and she'll have an exhibition over the festival. Anyway, I ended up going into her house, into her church, and saw her beautiful glasswork. And she works with a lathe and carves into the glass. And she has a window in the National Portrait Gallery, the Scottish National Portrait Gallery. She was commissioned to do a stained glass window there, amongst many other commissions. Anyway, so I did that. like an unusual detour. I never realised I would end up there. But the reason I'm saying to you that about yesterday and today lying on the grass. Yesterday I went on my way back from that lady's house. I took a detour again to Gladhouse Reservoir, and I just lay down on the stones there, and it was sunshine like today. And I lay down in the stones, and it was like again the water, you know, the way that the sun glitters on the water. It was a very, very appealing thing. And I find that I have a kind of a goading voice in my head that won't let me rest, you know. So it was good to stop and lie down on the stones and let my body rest. I can rest, you know. It's interesting to notice that. And so when I write out things at the end of each day, right? What went well today and what could I do differently? And what I wrote was that what went well was that little detour and letting myself go to Gladhouse without insisting I carry on doing stuff. That was a good detour because then I ended up going for a swim. My swimsuit was in the car. And I ended up being able to have a swim and everything. So I look at my eyes here now and I wonder, and I can see that one is bigger than the other. Anyway, I went and had my swim and it was glorious, so that was a good thing. But the main thing I remember there was lying on the stones and actually giving up the ghost, you know, just letting myself rest. And letting go of the to-dos. That was a good idea. You see, I have a fear of letting go of the to-dos because working for myself, there's always something to be done, really. Feels like that. It feels like if I don't keep on top of it, keep the engine running, then who knows what will happen. It might all fall apart or something. You know, that attitude. Which is, as Tara Brach would say, real but not true. So it was nice to counteract that. I need to check these eyes out because very often you know, you might find when you're painting yourself that you make your eyes too far apart because each time you're focusing on a single eye, you're kind of looking there to that eye and there to that eye. So I think I'm going to need to err on the side of caution and bring this one over a little bit to the right as I'm looking at it. I think I could do with maybe taking a picture of it and seeing it on the phone so that I can tell if I'm happy with the position of the eyes before doing any more detail on them. I think it's okay. I think the position's okay. I'll maybe have a few adjustments to do in the eyebrow. And I could maybe lighten the inside of the eye a little bit here, I think. I'm hoping I'm not in front of you. No. But you can't see me in the mirror, of course. Okay. And I want to bring some kind of purplish colour into the skin below the eye rather than using the green. It's getting a bit lazy there and just using the green in the iris to paint those eyelashes on. And really I think that the quality of the colour around there seems to me to be kind of purplish. I think there's something purplish in the skin here. And I'm leaving the space where the upper surface of the lower lid sits, receiving the light there between the iris and the hairs of the eyelash line here. And there's a certain dark on the inside of the eye that I think could be helpful to locate. Okay. I wonder whether this could do with dropping a little bit more. And I think this could be a little later. Really, maybe the spaces in between those hairs could be light as well. I'm just lifting off the dark to leave the eyelashes in the light there. Not an awful lot of chat out of me, is there? Kind of enjoying the focus, I suppose. Good to just actually to follow through on something that I had decided to do today. It's good to recognize that I'm doing that, and also to be able to just settle into the job then. I'm trying to adjust the eyebrow to work with the position of the eye on this side. I have a dark bit there, and then it gets a bit light for a while, and then it's dark again here. Yeah, I'm kind of rounding my lower back as I'm painting. Sitting up taller there now. So it's kind of unusual that I started off with my head tilted like that, and I've straightened it up now, and I'm just kind of noticing that maybe there might be some things that I can focus on outside of the face and the hair. So I take off the glasses for the continuity. I'm going to buy myself some flowers now for the workshop tomorrow. I thought it'd be kind of fun to go to different shops and try and get a really nice bouquet. I get a few different ones for the next few days because it's 4 days. 4 days flower painting, like a Genzi. And you know, there's still a couple of spaces if you're interested to join. Most days, I think there's 2 spaces remaining. And at the end of the month, I'll be teaching a watercolor portraiture workshop there. It's for 2 days. So just get in touch if you're interested to join. A bit more lively than what I'm doing here, but starts off with starts off more lively, and then we can, you know, get into more considered mark making as the days go on. Maisie'll be looking forward to her walk now. Erin's going to take her out when she's got a break. Erin's working upstairs. And she's going to take Maisie out when it's her lunch break. Today she's got a late lunch because she only started at 11:30 today. We start different times every day. And every week. Last week she started at 9:30, the week before 8:30. So there's a bit of variety there. I think she's really seems to be quite happy doing this. She's answering calls, directing folk and that kind of thing. I wonder why the light is it's kind of coming in sharper. I suppose it's going to head off around the back of the house now. I could have probably started this a bit later in the day, but I didn't trust myself to do it. And I thought, well, I've got 20 minutes before picking Lily up, that I would just do a little bit on it so that I can go to bed tonight thinking that I did accomplish something in the painting side. If I can do a little bit of painting every day, that it does help me. It serves me well. Now, where's my neck? I think it's about there on this side. The way I'm sitting today anyway. And then that side, it's kind of here-ish. I'm kind of half turning. Okay. Probably a sign that I need to head off, actually, that it's becoming a bit tricky with the light. So I think I do need to head with about half an hour to spare to pick up that lassie. I'm just wondering if I could convince her to go for a swim on the way home with me. Doubt it. But she'll take Togs just in case. You'd never know. There's lots of paddle. Lily would love to do is paddle boarding. There's lots of paddle boarders at the reservoir yesterday. And I think she'd be more likely to join me in that than in swimming. Although she has been known to hop in the water for a swim too. Right, let me see. I think that's kind of, it's getting there, you know, now I'll be doing some more in the body probably next time. Maybe find out what to do with my hair in life and in the painting. And it got its doing its own thing recently, it's kind of shooting up short pieces at the front. I was saying that the other day, a bit like Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, you know, that kind of wild streaks of hair shooting up from a long forehead. I should stop comparing myself to him. I may need to touch wood just in case I do end up with a kind of bald patch at the front. Anyway, for the painting I might end up doing something more in the area of the hair, possibly. But I think it's good to have these little breaks to kind of just tip away at it, go away and come back, and then make decisions from that place, rather than making the decision only from constantly looking at it, marking on it. Sometimes I think that maybe, for me, means that the life is painted out of the thing that if I'm just always looking at it and responding just to the last thing I've done, it's good for me to take myself away, have an overview, preferably jump in some cold water, and then hop back into the scene again and see what is it now that wants to be. wants to be illustrated on his face. It is actually soothing, satisfying thing to just look and paint the bumps and hollows with the skin stretched over of this body that's been with me all my life. Shape of bones under the forehead, you know, all of that stuff. I actually found a bookmark in this book today. It surprised me. This little, is it in here? No. I think it's in this one. Yeah. That's the same wee forehead. Same wee face when I was maybe 7. Same forehead, same eyebrows, same eyes. Smaller face. Kind of surprised me, and I like the kind of hopeful look on her face there. I could do with a little bit of that here, couldn't I? And Maisie's doing her own growling against. There's a few dogs. I think there's 3 dogs now being walked by the neighbours. Maisie! And because Erin's answering phones, she can't have that noise going on. I'm going to say goodbye to you now. That's it so far. Thanks for your company, and thank you again. I'm hoping the microphone worked, although I didn't say very much today. Thanks for it anyway. All the best.